Up the Dawn international businesses, which consist of Dawn Africa Trading. We've got various trading businesses that are wholesale trading our whole range of Dawn products in Africa. And then also DPI International, we've got 5 over-border factories, pipe factories, PVC and HDPE. And then I'm also involved with all the Dawn manufacturing companies locally in South Africa, which also mainly our infrastructure pipe manufacturing companies. And I'm also on the board operationally also with the grower Dawn Water Tech business.
Your involvement in World Plumbing Council or World Plumbing Conference 2016, the involvement in terms of your division, what does that mean to your division?
Yeah, Rory, the issue is that, I mean, as you know, all our products are basically sold to in the space, plumbing and hardware. That's what we do. And even the companies that are producing pipe has got a very big component of pipe and fittings that also goes into the plumbing market. What we decided to do to support a gathering of plumbers and people in the plumbing industry internationally is also to invite some of our local African customers, big customers, to attend and to join us. Because it's all about building our Dawn brands into our African countries where we are at. So to us, we want to take the opportunity to expose not what we're doing in plumbing in South Africa, but to expose our customers to the South African locally manufactured brands in South Africa. And this is a great opportunity to do it.
Taking the theme of the conference, which is regulations for sustainable plumbing, a case for international standards, we know in South Africa we're driven very hard by standards, and they are compulsory. How do you see this being of benefit to the rest of Africa?
Yeah, I think, Rory, the standards are ultimately our biggest differentiator. I think the world in which we trade in at the moment, it's the only way that people really know that they're dealing with a product that's got a certain specification and will last a certain time and will function properly, apart from the aesthetics and functionality of the product. So to us, standards is every product that we sell has got either SABS standard or some standard that is required. And in Africa, we are in various stages of promoting the standards. In the, let's say, Southern Africa, we see that the SABS standard is very well received and accepted already, but the further north we go, the less that's the case. So there we have to start relying on ISO standards, but clearly it is the differentiator. We've got quite an involvement also through our pipe companies with SAPPMA, the South African Plastic Pipe Manufacturers Association, and we are very active through the association also to deal with the SABS that is currently experiencing some problems in terms of providing the service to test and verify that what we've invested in brands actually turn out to be a better product and recognized as a better product. So we very much with the SABS having discussions to make sure that they provide the service so that we can sustain that as well.
As you would be aware, the World Plumbing Council only holds conferences where there are members, and of course the Institute of Plumbing South Africa, our OPSA, is the official member for South Africa. And how do you see that interacting with IOPSA's role in the long term in hosting a World Plumbing Conference like this?
I think the Institute of Plumbing has got a very important role for us as a company to not just ensure that quality products are procured by plumbers, but also that the installations of these of these products are done against a specific standard. And I think, this type of conference will promote not just buying and using good products, but also in terms of installation standards and regulation and testing post-installation. I think is critical to us as suppliers, because we have a limited impact in terms of how the product ultimately is installed. Once we've trained and through brochures and marketing promoted the product, ultimately the installation is with the plumbing industry. So it's a very important function that IOPSA fulfills from our perspective.
And IOPSA's investment in forming the Plumbing Industries Registration Board, commonly known as PIRB, that you see as an advantage?
Most definitely. Okay. I think we've seen the impact of the certificate of compliance in the electrical industry. Mm-hmm. I think we all know that this is what we are trying to achieve through this Plumbing Industry Registration Board, is to really make it a requirement that when people buy or build houses, that the plumbing, which most of it is hidden in under the ground or in the walls, that it's done properly against a specific standard. The correct products are used and that it's properly installed by qualified people.
Okay, back to Dawn International. What countries are you currently providing a service for?
Let me put it to you like this. We've decided in terms of our Dawn International plan to align the territory in which we're active to what was decided in the Grower Dawn WaterTech territories in terms of our shareholders agreement, which is basically all the countries below the ear of Africa. So we've gone away, and in December our Exco approved an African plan whereby we are targeting to gain market share and through various ways, either more factories, more trading companies, or some form of representation in these African businesses. So currently on the trading side, we're involved, if you start on the west coast in Angola, DRC, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, and then obviously we also do exports out of South Africa through a warehouse which we've recently acquired, where we do cross-dock consolidation of product going into Africa. So we export directly to third parties, but we also provide a service to our own trading companies. On the manufacturing side, we've got 5 factories. We've got factories in Angola, Namibia, Botswana, Tanzania and Mauritius. So that's the involvement, our footprint currently, but we've got a very clear plan to expand this footprint even further.
So roughly the number of countries you're servicing is?
I've named all of them. Where we've got a presence, a physical presence, that's what is about 6 or 7 countries.
Okay.
But where we actually trade, like I say, is basically all the countries below the ear of Africa. You know, even countries like Uganda. I'll shortly be visiting Ethiopia to have a look at manufacturing setups there. So we've got a very, very ambitious plan to grow Dawn's presence and therefore our brands, locally South African manufactured brands, to get it into Africa or near Africa, which we can sensibly and cost effectively service.
Okay. Talking to your customer base in Africa, what in your opinion is the benefit that exists for them to attend as delegates the World Plumbing Conference?
I think very similar to us, because everybody that sells a plumbing product ultimately can expect to, if there's something wrong with the product, some sort of a warranty claim. And I think it's partly to sensitize them to standards, and our standards can actually protect you to that you can with confidence sell a product and expect a good outcome. So basically that there's not a pushback from their customer base in terms of the products that they trade with.
WPC 2016 is going to have additional activities. It's not just going to be the conference, there's going to be the exhibition element. There's going to be a skills demonstration throughout the 2 days, and a community plumbing challenge. The skills demonstration is going to consist of the basic techniques of plumbing, which supports what you were saying about good installation. But the Community Plumbing Challenge, which is a World Plumbing Conference, a council, World Skills International and Health Habitat initiative. The benefit, do you see a benefit in us as an industry, the plumbing industry, of taking a far more active role in community plumbing as opposed to suburbia as we know it and traditionally?
I think the reality, Rory, in South Africa more and more so, but also in Africa, is that people are going to build homes and they're going to plumb their homes, and whether so somebody's going to do the work. And I think currently it is happening with trained and untrained plumbers. With the trained plumbers, we expect a good outcome of an installation. With untrained plumbers, I think we all know that there could be negative consequences, some actually quite dangerous as well. So I would say that if we proactively get involved and educate, and hopefully it will get to a point where people actually become qualified to an extent, I think it can only support the quality products that we try and promote that in the community. So I think it's we can't have enough good qualified plumbers, and if the initiative will ensure that there's more people that can with skill install the products, I mean, we would support that.
Is there anything you'd like to say as a wrap-up in terms of that generally to our market? This is going all over the world. How would you like to leave a message to the world?
Yeah, Rory, I think Dawn is a company with a very strong, not just South African but African footprint. We represent mostly South African investors through activity and building and construction to improve the environments in which we are active. So, but we most definitely sell products that are of quality, and we invest in our factories to make sure that we sell good products competitively. And I think through our activity and involvement, I think we've got something to showcase at any exhibition and also here that we can be proud of. So we're very happy to be part of this initiative and as a sponsor of this initiative as well.